If you've seen any of my previous videos, you know that I like to be funny and entertaining. But today, we're going to take a step back and go over the top 10 best class setups in Black Ops 4. Coming in at our number 10 spot, we have the VKM with Reflex, High Cal 1 and 2, Fast Mags, Quick Draw, ComSec device, Gung Ho, and primary gunfighters 1 and 2. This is one of those guns where you want to stay back and pick people off from far away. Personally, I dislike the iron sights on the VKM, so I throw a reflex on there just to get a little bit more accurate. I use high cal 1 and 2 because if you hit to those high cal 1 and 2 zones, you can get an easy 2-shot kill and have one of the fastest time to kills in the game. Quick Draw is also a necessity on this because at most LMGs have an extremely slow ADS time, and Fast Mags also lets you reload faster and get into the fight faster. Personally, I use ComSec device on this because it's quite easy to go on a pretty high streak with this, and using high score streaks is not a bad idea with this gun. Because I had so many attachments on my gun, I only had room for one perk. The perk I chose was Gung Ho. You can choose Scavenger if you would like, but with LMGs, you run out of ammo quite slowly, and with Gung Ho, you can be a bit more aggressive even though you're using an LMG. Now getting into our number 9 spot, we have the Saug 9mm. This gun is one of the most used by the pros. I'm using stock 1 and 2, grip, and fast mags. Stock 1 and 2 gives you the fastest strafing speed out of any gun in the game, and you can peek corners extremely quickly and check for enemies. Grip reduces your recoil very heavily and allows you to pick people off from range even though you're using an SMG. I am using fast mags because the Saug has quite a slow reload time and you run through your magazine quite quickly. I have Stim Shot on here because you're going to be pretty aggressive, Scavenger because you run out of ammo really fast, and Gung Ho just so you can be more aggressive. Coming in at our number 8 spot, we have the Maddox. This gun is also heavily used by the pros. I have Reflex on here. You could use an ELO on this, but ELO increases your recoil by quite a bit. I personally don't like the ELO on the Maddox, so I throw a Reflex on there. Fast Mags, the Maddox has the slowest reload time in the AR category, and also the highest fire rate, so you burn through your mag really fast, and having Fast Mags on helps you get back into the fight faster. I also have Quick Draw in here because the Maddox base aim down sight speed is quite slow, and I have Stock just so you can strafe faster. I have Stim Shot just for more aggression because this is one of those guns where you want to push up, and then we have the basic perks Scavenger, Gung Ho, and Dead Silence. Now at our number 7 spot, we have the MOG 12. This may surprise some people because when the game first launched, this gun was terrible. But through these last few months, it has gotten several buffs and is now one of the best guns in the game, if you had the right attachments on. You need to have long barrel and barrel choke and the Dragon's Breath. If you don't, this gun is trash. The long barrel and barrel choke allow for a much farther one-shot kill range. Without barrel choke, you cannot get a one-shot kill unless you're point blank. The Dragon's Breath operator mod further increases your one-shot kill range and allows this gun to be one of the best. I also have Stim Shot on here because you're going to be really aggressive because it's a shotgun. I also have Flak Jacket because sometimes people get pissed when you use this gun, so they'll pull out their MOG 12 with Dragon's Breath. Flak Jacket combats the Dragon's Breath. If you guys didn't know that, and you're really pissed with somebody who has the MOG 12 with Dragon's Breath, just throw on a Flak Jacket class and you'll be fine. I also have Gung Ho and Dead Silence because we're going to be aggressive. Coming in at our number 6 spot, we have one of my personal favorite guns, the Hades. With this gun, I would heavily recommend lots of attachments. I have the laser sight, hybrid mag, suppressor, and the crossbar operator mod on this. With all these attachments, comes with the downside of having very few class points for perks. Laser sight allows for a much tighter hipfire accuracy. Usually this wouldn't be one of my favorite attachments, but because I'm using the crossbar operator mod, and with the crossbar operator mod, you're always hip firing, so when you have laser sight on this, it tightens your accuracy even when you're aiming down sights. I also have hybrid mags on this because it allows for a very quick reload and allows you to get back in the fight faster, and suppressor so you can stay off the minimap. Suppressor does not decrease the range on this gun, and so it's a very great attachment. I also have Stim Shot because I'm quite aggressive with this gun, and Gung Ho. At our number 5 spot, and I may get a few dislikes because of this, we have the Titan. Titan is personally one of my most disliked weapons, but it's also one of the best weapons in the game. We have Reflex on it because the iron sights I personally do not enjoy. Quick Draw and Stock. Quick Draw and Stock are the only necessary attachments on this gun. With your third attachment, you can really throw on whatever you want. I just threw on FMG. Quick Draw gives you an almost SMG ADS time, and Stock allows for almost an SMG strafe time, which practically makes this like an SMG with no recoil. It's ridiculous. And then I put FMJ on. You can kind of throw on whatever you want, sometimes extended mags or whatever. Then we have ComSec device because this gun is really good with streaks. We also have Tac Mask, again, because it's an LMG, so you don't run out of ammo very quickly. And then we have the standard perks, Gung Ho and Dead Silence. Coming at our number 4 spot, we have the Spitfire. This is my favorite gun in the game. However, it is not at the number 1 spot because it takes quite a bit of skill and practice to master its recoil pattern. I have extended mags, fast mags, and stock on it. Extended mags and fast mags are a necessity, and stock helps with your strafing speed so you can be more aggressive. I also have Stim Shot because you're going to be aggressive with this gun and has the highest rate of fire out of any gun in COD. I also have Scavenger because you run out of ammo quite fast. And then I also put on Perk 1 Greed and put on Flak Jacket because when you're up and rushing people, having Flak Jacket on really helps to combat Fire Break and Battery and a few other specialists. And we also have Gung Ho pretty much on every one of these. Now into the top 3. At our number 3 spot, I have the Rampart. This gun, with the right attachments, can be godly and can have one of the fastest time to kills in the game. We have Reflex, High Cal 1 and 2, and Fast Mags. Reflex is optional. The iron sights on this gun are quite good, and I personally use Reflex just so I can be a little bit more accurate. High Cal 1 and 2 are almost a necessity on this gun to allow it to perform to its highest potential. High Cal 1 and 2 allow for a very quick time to kill when hitting the High Cal 1 and 2 zones. We also have fast mags because you burn through ammo pretty fast with this gun and has the lowest ammo capacity of any AR, and also a pretty high fire rate. We have ComSec device on this. You could run Stim Shot if you're more of an aggressive player, but I personally use ComSec device just so I can get my score streaks faster. And then we have the standard, Scavenger, Gung Ho, and Dead Silence. At our number 2 spot, we have the Auger. When the game first launched, the Auger was just kind of a mediocre gun that really wasn't used by any players. However, in the past few months, it got several buffs and is now one of the best guns in the game. It also requires very little skill because it has very minimal recoil. I would recommend using Reflex because the basic iron sights on this gun aren't that good. High Cal 1 and 2 allow for it to have the fastest time to kill out of any gun that isn't a sniper. It's a 2-shot to the head, and because the fire rate is quite fast, this can allow for some disgusting kills. Now we have fast mags because you run out of ammo pretty fast because it only has a 20 round magazine, and the base reload speed is very slow. We also have ComSec device. You could put Stim Shot on if you're being more aggressive, but I personally use ComSec device because it allows me to get my streaks faster and I kind of hang back with the Auger. Next we have Scavenger, Gung Ho, and Dead Silence. Pretty much the basic perks. At our number 1 spot, we have the KN. KN is one of the most underrated guns in Black Ops 4. I use hybrid mags, stock, and grip. Really, all you need is hybrid mags and stock. All the other attachments you can use if you want to. This gun is amazing. The iron sights, even if I got a free attachment, I wouldn't put a sight on it. The iron sights are like the best in the game. We also have Stim Shot, because with this class I tend to be a little bit more aggressive. You can also throw on ComSec device if you kind of want to. And then we have the basic perks Scavenger, Gung Ho, and Dead Silence. Because I had an extra class point on this class, I just threw a launcher on there. If there's like a UAV in the air, you can kind of just shoot it down. Thanks for watching. If you guys have a different opinion than mine, feel free to comment your top 10 classes or best classes in the comment section below. See you guys next week.